Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you haven't got your space on Tribal Tuesday or Mindset Magic yet, you can do so on the links in the description box below. And if you buy your quarter calendar, you get a discount off the next one ahead. So with that said, if you want to get any of those, hit the links in the description box below. I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you, on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see, Pisces, what the week ahead has in store for you. Oh, okay, so your first card out, your actions and your path, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about you taking care of business, whether that's the job, whether it's a business that you own, whether it is really investing in yourself in some way, shape or form. This is about you really going for it and hitting that home. And the feeling that I get from this, for all of you, it's going to be different, obviously, but there is something about your life that you have kind of reached a point where you're saying, you know what, I know I've got to do something about this now, and this is about you stepping forward and pushing forward with it. And the Queen of Pentacles basically says that you're taking care of business, you're rolling your sleeves up, or I just took mine down because it's getting really cold here in the Shire. Right, you're rolling your sleeves up and saying, you know what, I'm going to address this now, I'm going to do whatever I can, I'm going to invest in my time, I'm going to invest in myself enough to do this thing, to settle this score, to end this experience that I'm having that I no longer want. And this was the thing as well with the Queen of Pentacles. She is very much all about being of service, right? Because she's got a very Virgo sort of energy. This is about you being of service for yourself, and sometimes that means showing up and doing the work, whatever that means to you, and whatever sector that comes in. Obviously it's going to be different for everybody. So your communications and conversations, you've got the Temperance card, right? This is really interesting because this suggests to me that you know that something in your life is out of balance. And this week you could be having the kind of conversations that kind of reiterate that to you. And you'll be really aware of what's being said in your conversations this week, how you're communicating with people. You could be seeing that blockage, if you've got one, showing up in the way that you speak. And you could be like, right, okay, you know what? I'm ready to address that. I'm ready to do something with it. And then for a few of you as well, when it comes to your communications, this is about you really being ready to assist yourself. You know, communication is going to be good this week. There'll probably be a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. That's definitely evident. But what's important here is underlying all of this, there's some part of you that's aware you're not fully invested in the way that you feel right now. And it's because you've got whatever this is kind of playing out in your mind. It's almost like you're saying to yourself, you know what? I know that nothing's ever really going to be complete until I deal with whatever that is. Very, very interesting for sure. So your money and materials, you've got the Star card, right? Hope, optimism, happiness, abundance. Actually, the Star card can represent wishes fulfilled, like, you know, wish upon a star, but it also represents finding the group, finding the tribe, right? Because it's Aquarius ruled, and this is all about the collective. This is about finding the right people that are going to assist you with this. It's about finding the right groups that can help you. This is a shameless plug, but whatever. If you haven't got your seat on Tribal Tuesday, this is exactly what it's about, right? Wherever you have that one thing that you want to work on, it's called Tribal Tuesday because you do it as a group. You go through this. It's a closed process. You'll get access to the Facebook group that you can only get access to if you've been on one of my courses. And it really is like that. It's like a little family. I had so much fun doing this, and it's such an honor for me to do it as well. And this, you know, just letting you know it's there. Outside of that, in terms of your money and your finances, right, this really does suggest not only are you doing the work, but you're shopping around. You want to make your financial outlook better, but you're being really proactive about it. You're making it happen. When it comes to your physical health, a lot of you are really looking at this from a long-term point of view and asking yourself, what can I do differently now that will have those bigger effects in the future? You're looking at this from a state of almost like compound interest. Do you know what I mean? Like and that's how you're looking at your health. Well, if I make these small sort of incremental steps now, I know that this is going to have much bigger and better rewards for my future. Beautiful energy, really. And when it comes to the home sector and the home and environment, this kind of suggests to me that a lot of you are either ready to make the house bigger or maybe even extend the family. So, you know, I know a lot of you are probably like, oh, no kids, I don't want any more. I've already got 2, 3, whatever. Doesn't have to be that, but it definitely looks like the family unit is expanding in some way, whatever that means to you. And then your love and relations, right? So interestingly enough, because you've got the 10 of Wands, for those of you that are single, you could really start to understand what the burden is, right? You could really be getting a handle on this. You could really start to say to yourself, okay, I know something about my life needs to change in order for me to welcome love in. The fact that you've got the 10 of Wands means that you're unburdening yourself. And because it's connecting to that Queen of Pentacles, you're really serious about doing this work. Beautiful. For those of you that are partnered, this really looks like you're ready to start sharing the load. And that doesn't mean, you know, doing your fair share. It actually means you kind of admitting to a partner that you've kind of been under it for a while. Whatever that means, right? Maybe it's interesting. Yeah. Maybe that means exactly that. You know, that you're saying to your partner, I've been struggling in some way, shape or form. Here's how I think you can help me. And here's what I'm willing to do, be, give, or whatever in return and response. You know, it's about finding that give and take point. And I think for you, Pisces, this week, you're understanding that it's okay to ask for help, which is really a beautiful energy. And then when it comes to your familial ties, this could be you really putting your foot down when it comes to a family member. And kind of saying, look, you know what, I think I've carried you as far as I'm willing or able. And from here on in, it's kind of going to be up to you to get yourself to where you want to be from here, you know. Very interesting energy for sure. And then your key to the week, you have the Hierophant card. So what I will say to you is that this week there's an innate understanding that the slow and steady is going to win the race, and that ultimately you've got to show up for yourself if you want anything to change. The status quo around you is about to start to shift, and this really suggests that there's something about it that you might decide that you're no longer invested in, and that's okay. That is more than okay. In fact, it's actually beneficial for you to decide this week what you are invested in and what you're not. And to be open and vocal about what those things are. And when it comes to this whole thing here, you know, with the sharing your burdens, this is about understanding that you are not a burden, that you carry one, and it's okay to ask for outside help in order to meet the challenges that you might be facing. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. And if you want to get onto Tribal Tuesday, hit the link in the description box below. Take care, and I will see you soon.